Before we begin, let me set the stage for those who may not be familiar with the story. The Baron and the Tree is a novel written by the brilliant Italo Calvino, an Italian author and journalist. The story unfolds in the small town of Umbersa and follows the life of Cosimo G. Vasco di Rondo, a young baron who, in a fit of rebellion, decides to live his entire life in the trees.
Welcome to Between the Pages. I'm your host Ava, and today we're diving into Italo Calvino's wonderful story, The Baron and the Trees. A rebellious 18th century aristocrat resolves to spend his entire life in the woods. Italo Calvino, the amazing author himself, will be joining us. Hello, I really enjoyed the experience of reading your delightful book, The Baron and the Trees.
Thank you for having me.
I was wondering, how did your life impact how you approach the book and its intriguing plot?
Well, first of all, my experience of living in a small town in Italy especially influenced the setting and the childhood experience of Cosimo and his brother had in nature. My early family life in a comfortable yet strict family also influenced how I portrayed Cosimo's family.
Oh, that explains how family life and nature were so detailed in the story. Why did Cosimo choose to spend his entire life in the trees, and what does this choice represent in a larger framework of the story?
Cosimo's desire to live in the trees represents a symbolic rejection of social conventions and restraints. He refuses to meet the expectations put on him as a nobleman. The trees become his haven, a place where he can reclaim his identity and live life on his terms.
Interesting. Now, there are crucial occurrences in the plot that influence Cosimo's journey. Can you describe some of those important occasions and their significance?
Certainly, one pivotal moment is Cosimo's pledge to never touch the ground again, following a furious confrontation with his father. This decision determines the path for the rest of his life. Another pivotal milestone is his meeting with Viola, a vivacious girl who shares his enthusiasm for living the treetop life. The relationship provides complexity to the story, diving into issues like love and shared beliefs.
Viola's character indeed brings a poignant touch to the story. I especially liked how the narrator was involved in telling their story with the direct dialogue at their breakup.
I like to think that gave the readers a better sense of empathy and understanding for Cosimo's loss over Viola. It was something great that may have been real, but it broke because of that fragile moment.
And it certainly did. I felt a pang of regret and frustration as I read those lines. Now let's shift our focus to the writing process. As an author, how did you navigate the delicate balance between fantasy and reality in crafting this tale?
It was a challenge, but an exciting one. I aimed to create a world that is both fantastical and rooted in the human experience. The trees, while fantasy, serve as a metaphor for the human desire for autonomy and the pursuit of individual freedom. The trees also show something very much grounded in the reality for many modern people. Also, and that allows them to have a solid imagery of the more complex underlying themes of the story. I wanted the readers to question societal norms and reflect on the choices they make on their own lives.
Indeed, I would not think that the theme would be so smoothly blended into the story without the plot capturing it so perfectly, yet with subtlety. One other thing I found that gave this story an approachable yet touching theme was that the book was narrated by Cosimo's brother Biagio.
Ah yes, the narrative provides the perspective of events and the readers end up seeing the story through their own eyes. No doubt Biagio's voice of reminiscing back to the past but retaining the memories, both the feelings towards his rebellious yet brilliant brother. But then later, slight frustration at Cosimo's separation from the society provides the readers with a wonderful intimate look at Cosimo's life. Who could have a more complicated relation to Cosimo than his little brother who got left on Earth and to carry on the family duties, yet loved and admired him so deeply?
A thought-provoking exploration, no doubt. Before we wrap up, can you offer any insights into the overarching message or intention you hope readers to take away from The Baron and the Trees?
Ultimately, I want the readers to contemplate the significance of personal choices and pursuing a life one to oneself. The Bear and the Trees invites a reflection on the tension between societal expectations and individual aspirations, encouraging readers to find their own path amidst the branches of life.
That truly is a helpful and meaningful message for today's readers, with the external pressure they are surrounded by, both on and offline. Do you have any other plans for the book anytime soon?
Why, yes, I am working with a few ninth graders to make a movie on the book.
Wonderful. Is this movie going to be a real-life depiction of the story?
Yes, in fact, there's a trailer out of the movie out now.
Really? I'm surprised I haven't heard of this yet.
Yup, the trailer is out now, featuring key scenes from the movie, our cast, and so much more. Feel free to check it out.
Amazing. I'll make sure to. But anyways, thank you so much for joining us today on this episode of Between the Pages. Enjoyed having you.
No problem. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on another episode of Between the Pages. See you in the next one.